Ground ball, third base, fielded, and thrown on to first for the first out of the ball game as Adrian College gets the first hitter on 3 pitches to retire number 11, Cassie Holland. Mark that as a 5-3 put out in your books. You keeping track, Tyler?
Trying as best as I can right now. What an interesting setup we got here. We got a pretty good spot, though, behind home plate.
I'd argue one of the best. Ball outside to number 3, Maddie Lewis, who leads the Glen Oaks Community College in batting average at .522. 8 games played. This is only her first game started on the year. Nearly leads the team in at-bats, though, with 23. I suppose all the stats have 0 games started, so that's probably why. She probably started every single game.
Yeah, probably. Thing to note, she's got 12 hits, but only 1 hit for extra bases. 11 singles, 1 double.
Definitely that kind of contact hitter. As they pop out right over on second base, made by the shortstop, Simpson, 2 away. That'll bring up the 3 hitter. And unfortunately, hate to break it to you, Ackerman, but we do not have a lineup card for Glen Oaks.
Yeah, we're doing this all by hand right away.
But it is number 13. That one hit off the knob of the bat, put into fair territory. They throw out at first. 3 up, 3 down, go the Vikings. The Bulldogs coming up to hit. Nothing. They're on Adrian College TV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Hannah Brinks.
Hannah Brinks on the mound here for the Vikings. Tyler, what do you got on her?
So far, she's got a 5.44 ERA, single loss on 3 appearances. So it should be interesting for the Bulldogs to try to take advantage of right away. So they had a nice top of the first, looking to take an early lead here in the bottom.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward play there at the end, the third out. It was a pitch inside, not sure if it hit the batter, but she ended up almost check swinging. The ball hit the knob of the bat and then poked out into fair territory. No call was made. I think the umpire might have motioned a fair ball or just kind of stood there expecting them to make the play.
Yeah, Chicken was kind of just sitting there for a little bit, not really knowing what was going on. My thought is that she just thought that was either fouled or something, because she knew it obviously hit her, but maybe she was just waiting for the call, thinking that it was just maybe she was going to take her base, but she didn't really move. So very interesting end of that top of the first on an interesting day so far.
Yeah, I think we're going to use that word a lot here. Interesting. Just the whole setup in general. Then you have an awkward play like that. And I think once we get into the flow of things here at the Sweeby Family Indoor Athletic, not facility, I looked on the outside. Oh, what's the C word? Not facility.
I don't know, dude, what you're talking about, if I'm to be honest.
Not the Family Sweeby, or Sweeby Family Indoor Athletic
Center?
Center, yeah,
there
that's
it is.
it.
Got you.
Like
figured out what you were saying.
No. And a leadoff hitter here for the Bulldogs. Takes the first pitch strike. That's Elizabeth Grady, also the pitcher for Adrian College. Little flare over to third base, easily caught by the third baseman there. That was number 10, if I can remember correct. Yep, Grace Zimmerman.
We've seen it so far where it's just been some good contact, but mostly just pop-ups so far. And that's what happens when you haven't played a game in a couple of months. You take off the winter season after playing in the fall and change some things, trying to get back in your groove.
Yeah, that is one of the big talking points that we're going to talk about is the split season with Adrian College. This is their opening day here in 2026. They played a couple of games. They played 10 total games in the fall over the span of September and October, maybe even the first week of November. They were, 5 and 6, or that's 11 games rather. I was looking at Michigan, one above them. 5 and 6 overall in the fall. And then you take a couple of months off. They haven't played since that first week of November, and here he comes back and middle of March. It could be tough.
Sure, and you've seen this team before too, so there's definitely some familiar foes as well to start off your 2026 campaign.
You're close there, Ackerman. The foul ball. We got our booth set up right behind home plate, which is great for the advantage point. But as soon as we decided to put it back here, I was like, okay, we're going to get a foul ball here today.
Oh, we got a doubleheader too, so our chances are pretty good in favor of us getting one.
Exactly. Ball outside. Count runs full, I believe. Obviously got no scoreboard here. I'd hope the umpire would kind of throw up the fingers as the count. A lot of pitches in this at-bat. Foul ball again off to the right. Hits the dome and goes down. Good at-bat here. Number 8, Caitlin Fry. Yeah, those 2 games earlier against the same team, Glen Oaks Community College, way back in September, on September 13th, a Saturday. Again, a doubleheader. Ground ball up the middle and snagged by the pitcher, thrown on to first for the second out of the inning.
It's a great play there by Brinks, and thought that for sure was going to go up the middle because you can see there's just so much space behind her, but she was able to grab that one quick with the eye coordination, snag it, and throw it over to first, get the second out of the inning.
That'll bring up Annika Alstead, left-handed hitter, first baseman today. And that hitter on a first pitch inside on the right kind of knee area, thigh, and Bulldogs have a base runner here in the opening frame.
It was nice just to get someone on base. We didn't see it in that top of the first, but in the bottom. Try to get something going here on a 2-out rally.
That brings up Greer Simpson, swings at the first pitch and whiffs. Good cut on it. Looked like a little bit of an off-speed pitch there. Second pitch coming. Swing and miss again, and she's quickly down 0-2.
This would be huge here for Brinks just to quickly get away and bounce back after hitting that batter with that first pitch of the last at-bat.
Here comes a little just inside. Tough call there.
Felt like that was right down the middle from my vantage point, but I am a little bit to the left, so that makes sense.
Umpire gave her the benefit of the doubt, so it goes 1-2. Oh, outside runner goes, throw down to second. No one's there. She nearly catches it as she slid in. Both players sliding in to make the play. And a stolen base there from Alstead.
It was smart by her because this shortstop and second base were so far away from that bag at second that it was pretty much easy pickings for her to get there in time.
The 2-2 and a swing and a miss, and that'll be the end of the bottom of the first inning for the Bulldogs. 0-0. We go to the second here on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well. Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, we're back inside the Sweeby Family Indoor Athletic Center, also known as the Dome, and I will here on refer to it as the Dome because that's just a lot easier to say. No disrespect to Mr. Sweeby and his family, and I will, of course, continue to say that as well as the Dome. But for now, the Dome is a little easier and a little shorter. Top of the second. Glen Oaks back up. Fly ball deep center field. Came in and out to start. Over the head and makes the catch over her head as Cordy comes down with it for the first out of the inning.
At first she started running inwards thinking that was going to be a little bit shorter, but that ball carried a little bit farther than she expected. She had to make a quick switch and catch that one over her head. Really an athletic play by Cordy to make that first out.
Strike on the outer half. To the 5-hitter, that's number 17, Grace Blanchard. Actively filling in my note card. She sends one high and deep to left field. And she's got it there. Boy, she got all of that one. But I think with the no fence here at the Dome, she might have got away with the one there.
I think that is for sure. Fry able to come down with that one. And it was kind of just right at her. They're playing extremely deep right now because they know if that ball gets past them, they're going to have to do a nice little run to go get it. But I think I am going to agree with you. If that was on a normal field, that thing is especially going to be gone with this wind that we saw today. I mean, it's extremely windy here at Adrian.
Yeah, well, not even mentioning some of the wind. I mean, she absolutely crushed that ball to left field. If that's a traditional 200-foot softball fence, there's a fly ball deep center field. Going back on it, Cordy, and under it for the third out of the inning. So 3 flyouts for Glen Oaks. They're seeing it well. Well, the Bulldogs are catching a couple of breaks here. Go to the bottom of the second inning, still 0-0.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV today.
I think this game would be completely different if we were outside that field because I think all 3 of those flyouts by the Vikings would have been homers.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
if it was a regular field.
We could go on all day about how this game is going to would be a whole lot different if it were outside.
It's true for sure.
It's the absolute conditions. I mean, I think it's about, according to my computer I got up here, 41 degrees and windy, and that would be an understatement.
Yeah.
Windy.
Yeah. The travel to and from classes today or lunch, you were just getting pelted by leaves that were flying at a ridiculous speed because of the wind. It was ridiculous out. I couldn't believe it, really.
1 ball, 2 strikes to the 5-hitter, Robertson. Playing right field today. Swing and a miss, and a ball up high, and she goes down swinging.
It's a good pitch there by Brinks just to throw in a heater up high, thinking that maybe it was going to drop in an off-speed pitch, but instead it's just absolute piece that sends her out.
So here's Anna Ignatowski, the designated player for the Bulldogs. Swings on a pitch outside the zone a little bit there. A little fun fact about Anna Ignatowski, there's no way it's the same name. She also plays basketball here at Adrian College.
I was talking to a coach. Well, I just call her Caitlin, but
Caitlin
she's also the trainer of a bunch of teams here at Adrian, including the team that I play on. And she said that there's a few players on their team that are multi-sport athletes. So they have their seasons like basketball, for instance, and also play some softball.
Yeah, that's the kind of flexibility you can get as Ignatowski goes down swinging. The flexibility you can get here with playing a club sport at Adrian College is you feel free to play a different sport, a multi-sport athlete. Not something usually you can do at a bit of a higher level, especially D1, D2. But here at a lower level school, you can play multiple sports and really pursue those passions. I know the players love to play their sports. The swing and a miss there from Evans. I mean. Ackerman, talk about playing sports here. Is it not great or what?
Oh, it's fantastic, and it gives you something to do, too. I mean, there's sometimes situations when you're on campus and there's not a lot going on, but it's because everybody's playing sports. Everybody's got something going on themselves where there's always a game. Either it's in the Marilot or it's at the ice rink or it's here in the Dome, like you have tonight. So everybody's always doing something, and everybody. I mean, this place is 70% athletes. It's ridiculous how many students here play sports, and some of them obviously are multi-sports. We got lacrosse, and hockey. That mostly all those players do that too.
Well, 3 of 3 down, 3 strikeouts for the pitcher, and Bulldogs go down quietly. We're scoreless here through 2 innings, heading to the top of the 3rd on Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Hannah Brinks just struck out the side for Glen Oaks Community College. Like I said, she's one of the more prominent pitchers on this roster. 3 appearances, the 5.44 ERA, 9 innings pitched, 17 hits, 12 runs, 7 of those earned, only 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Well, she just matched that total there in that inning.
Yeah, she's got 4 so far on the day, and she's been absolute stellar. Bulldogs are really just having a struggle of making good contact, too. I mean, the only time they got on base was because they got hit by a pitch. So it's more to see throughout the rest of this game, and how long is she going to go up there on the mound?
Well, she's back into the box now as Hannah Brink steps in. Well, I was going to say to the box, now I think about that, kind of lack thereof box. You're pointing it out on this kind of makeshift field. They're playing a football field. There's no batter's box.
It's really interesting.
Line drive just over the second baseman's head. It's into the gap of right center. Brinks heads for second, and they throw the hands up. As much of this game is going to be played on the almost made-up ground rules. I mean, yeah, we can talk about that later, but Brinks doing it on both ends, two-way player.
Yeah, I mean, that thing was just crushed right up the gap between center field and right field, and I'm guessing it's because that ball went onto the track. That's why the hands went up, which is going to be really interesting because you got a lot of righty hitters, and if they're able to pull that ball, it's going to be a difference maker tonight.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why. You can see they have a couple of kind of like stanchions. They have a couple of soccer flags in the back, as well as some cones, it looks like, with kind of red covers on top of them. A sock net as like the left field pole, a big 8-foot screen as the right field pole. I think if it gets anywhere past that boundary, then they're going to be called dead. And I think the Bulldogs caught a break on that one. Here's a pop-up ranging into foul territory. Right at the Bulldogs benches, you can't make the catch. Ignatowski on the bench. So don't worry, it wasn't an error.
I feel like almost Alstead was going to be able to get to that ball, but obviously it was in the makeshift dugout. So I don't think even if she was able to get to that in time and catch it, I think it would have just been called out of play.
Off-speed pitch, just misses for a ball. Like I was saying, I think that ball benefited the Bulldogs because I think she was going to easily stretch that to a triple if they were forced to play. Here's a fly ball, pop up into the infield, it's going to stay in play, and caught by the first baseman, and number 37, Alstead.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you too because that was hit perfectly right up the gap. Like there, you had your center fielder playing a little bit on the left side, and then your right fielder basically playing the line. So I would almost say that she was going to easily get 3, maybe even 4, depending on how that ball is going to be picked up.
Well, I guess they have these kind of boundaries here in order to set the tone. Like it would be 200-foot fences, so it would hit the wall, and the players would be able to field it off the wall and kind of hit. Ground ball to third base, looks back the runner and goes to first anyway. 2 down in the inning. And Brinks does advance to third.
That's huge. You're able to basically have a sacrifice ground out in the sense of bringing that runner to third, so any play that gets past the infield, you're easily scoring.
So we're back to the top of the order. And Cassie Holland Fouls one off out of play. Down 0-1.
It's nice and quiet here, too, when we're both not talking. It's just literally all you hear is just the pressure system of just holding the dome up.
Ground ball up the middle, base hit, and the run scores. The Vikings crack the egg, and they lead it 1-0 here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, it was a well-struck ball by Holland. Right up back to the pitcher. Grady not able to react fast enough as that ball had a little bit of heat on it, and Brink's able to advance home. As I mentioned, she was able to get to third base, and all it took was just a quick single up the middle to get her home.
Another shot up the middle. Pitcher fields it on to first for the third out of the inning. But the Vikings do score on the base hit up the middle off of the double from Hannah Brinks, who will go back onto the mound. She's pitching a shutout so far. 2 innings down, coming off of 4 strikeouts on the day so far. You're watching Bulldog softball on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Are they only hitting 8?
Now they're hitting 9.
Oh, okay.
Bottom of the third inning. Bulldogs trail it 1-0 off of the RBI single from Cassie Holland. I knew the last name. I just had to look at the roster sheet for the first name. My lists are it's too small in the name part of my score sheet to write both first and last. Also, I'm actively writing down the lineup.
We got a lot going on here, especially with we don't have much room either. We're basically shoulder to shoulder here up in this. This I don't even know if I could call it a booth.
It's like a mini pergola. Almost. It's cool. A perch. Right. According to our director Abby Reed, our fellow ACTV worker Dion Clark called it a perch, and I like that. That's nice.
Up in the perch. The Bulldogs need to do is just figure it out. Brinks right now.
Well, good thing we have this roof over us, because that could easily go up, hit the dome, and come down onto this thing. I mean, it could put a dent in it. It's Sarah Kozel up to bat right now. Bottom of the order coming up 8, 9, and top for the Bulldogs. Kozel's always one to set a spark. Swing and a miss, and she goes down hacking. 1 up, 1 down here for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the third.
That's Brink's 5th K in a row. So it took her a little bit to figure out exactly the right pitches to get the Bulldogs swinging, and she's been on fire as of late.
Well, she's going to face a tough bat in Hayden Cutler, who waves at the first pitch. Got the popsicle bat.
It's a pretty cool looking bat, I would say. A little red, white, and blue action.
Yeah, that thing is sweet.
Matches the gloves, too.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Swing and a miss, and she's down 0-2. Got to look for a chase pitch here if you're Brinks on the mound.
Yeah, maybe something off, speed and low. Or she just goes up high with the 2, because that's what's been really hurting the Bulldogs so far.
Goes low and inside, and Cutler leaves it be. 1-2 the count to the Bulldogs' third baseman. Bottom of the third inning. Vikings lead it 1-0. Down the middle and swing and a miss there from Cutler. 6 straight strikeouts for the Bulldogs and for Brinks, all of them swinging.
I was about to say that. You took exactly what I was going to say. She's really just working the Bulldogs extremely well, getting into a favorable count for herself, and then really just throwing these balls up high, which has just been confusing the Dogs.
Squared to bunt did Grady, but took it back and took it for a ball. 1-0 the count. Back to the top of the order here for the Bulldogs. Elizabeth Grady, the pitcher, doing pretty solid work on the mound. Only the 1 run given up. Foul ball. Up hop. Boom! There it is. It's still on there. I'm going to catch it. Coming off. It's still hanging on the perch.
This is one of the funniest things we've ever dealt with.
I caught it. Don't worry, I got it.
As Linder gets the ball. He literally talked about it. Another one possibly. Oh, it's just a little bit short. We talked about it as we were moving this thing over that we were having a couple opportunities to deal with some foul balls, and just that one going off the dome and then landing right on top. You probably could hear it on the stream, but that was awesome.
Swing and a miss, and she's down 7 straight strikeouts for Hannah Brinks at the end of the 3rd inning. Bulldogs got to find an answer. They're down 1-0 as we go to the 4th.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Ready to explore your Adrian future? Scholarship Day lets admitted students tour campus, meet faculty, and earn a renewable scholarship. Register now at adrian.edu/admissions/visit-campus/scholarship-day. Boy, I still can't get over those foul balls, man.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it too. Oh my! I mean, it was back to back almost. Where we just heard a big old bloop, and oh man. And the chance that you had a catch in that one, you sprung up like it was nothing. I couldn't believe it. You were
got to be on my toes. I got a game tomorrow. I got 2 games tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Ground ball, just foul past the 3rd baseman there. We're back towards the top there. It's a 3-hitter. Audrey Dugan grounded out to the catcher on that awkward play back in the 1st inning to end it. Line drive, base hit through the 5-6 hole. And she's on base, the 3rd base runner here for the Vikings.
I mean, that was just barrel on ball. And she pulled it a little bit, and it worked out in her favor as that one was hit hard into the ground. Gives herself a nice single to lead off this inning.
And one thing we haven't talked about yet is the mound and how it's a portable mound and just like a strip of turf that moves. I mean, the amount of force that these pitchers are generating from their strides easily moves them out. Line drive to left field, caught by the left fielder. That was Fry.
I mean, she's been in the right place a couple of times so far. That ball was hammered on. If she was in any other position than what she was in, that ball would have definitely dropped. But luckily for the Dogs, she was right where she needed to be for that out.
Check swing on the inside pitch. Called a strike anyway on Blanchard. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Vikings still lead it by a score of 1-0. Pitch just a little low.
I think Kozel has a chance maybe. If she gets that ball quick, she can throw it out to first, possibly get a quick play.
And one of those back picks. Slice foul towards right field, and that well out of play onto the track.
Yeah, I always admire a catcher that's able to understand those type of things. This guy in the big leagues, Edgar Caro for the White Sox, he does it all the time. Upcoming prospect for them. He always picks them off at 3rd every single time. It's insane.
Runner goes, Kozel's throw it down, and not in time. She swipes the bag. And Dugan to 2nd with 1 away in the 4th inning.
Yeah, Kozel just had a little bit of trouble getting that ball out of her glove. She went to grab it right away, and she wasn't able to get to it. So she kind of did like a double clutch, and that was what was able for that throw to be so late.
A really good pitch to steal on. I mean, the ball bounced before hit the ground before it got to Kozel's glove. Foul ball towards the sidelines there, and some of the fans we got in a misplay by probably a dad there, right under his glove. Keep your hands down, man.
Got to attack the ball. Keep them low. So I was always told in Little League, sometimes get scared of the ball. You got to attack it.
Another foul ball goes towards our camera. Got to remember, Ackerman, our camera's out in left field.
I know.
Way out in left field, as they would say.
Yeah, we were trying to decide on where exactly to put it for this wonderful event, and we decided there, hoping that it would just not get hit by any foul ball. And
outside down to third, she goes for it, and in there, swipes third off of the off-speed pitch. And now the Vikings are 60 feet away from scoring another run.
Yeah, it's a couple of good steals there by Dugan. And reading those pitches well, it was both off speed that she stole on.
Yeah, that one was more of a delayed steal, kind of read the ball, as that one hits Blanchard, so she'll reach first base on the hit by pitch. So a really good read there from Dugan.
You're at a point here, if you're the Dogs, you're getting a little bit nervous. You got runners on the corners, and what you really need is a strikeout or something where the runners can't advance.
Yeah, one out. Third squares the bunt. A little low, creeping off, and delayed steal. They're just going to let her take second. And now they're second to third, one away with Zimmerman up. It's Grace Zimmerman batting .423 over 8 games, 26 at-bats.
She hammered the ball in that second. It was unfortunate to have it just be a fly out.
A little low, and now it's 2-0, and now they got to adjust home plate. Hey, better than not playing at all, right?
Yeah, that is true. Happy to just get these games in and, get on the girls who are adjusting to the conditions that they've been put in. I mean, it's an interesting situation.
High ball left field, caught right on the line. Runner tags from third. She'll reach home, and the head first dive into third goes Blanchard, so they double their lead on the sac fly. Really nice play out there in left from Fry to make the catch, and a good heads-up play from both runners to tag.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate she was not able to get to that ball in time to get under it and get a good throw off, because she caught it on the move, so she had to stop her feet and then throw the ball, which obviously that allowed the runners to successfully tag up one scoring and one moving to third.
I think they'll take that at this point. Still fairly early in the game, about the middle part. Ball gets away from Kozel, but with the very short backstop we have here inside the dome, not really much to worry about.
Yeah, it's really nice for a catcher. I mean, if I'm sitting back there knowing that I got a backstop that's about 3 feet behind me, I think any ball that goes past me, I'm not really getting worried about.
I think especially with a runner coming from third. Anywhere else, if they're on first or second, if he gets past you, they're going to take third. They're going to steal the extra bag, but you're not going to steal home on a backstop this small.
No, Kozel, only thing she would have to do is literally just pick up the ball and walk about 2 feet.
Slow chopper to third, and he calls it a foul ball. Even though the throw was on to first, we called it a foul ball, and we have to wait for another play to happen.
Yeah, I think all the Dogs in the fielding expected that one to be out number 3, as basically all of them were walking to the makeshift dugout that they got. The ump had to be a little bit louder to say that it was a foul ball.
So let's see if Brinks can take advantage of the extra pitch she's going to get. A little low, squirts away from Kozel, and it'll be ball 4. So the Bulldogs, after what they thought was made the final out of the inning, deal with more foot traffic on the bases.
Yeah, Brinks with a nice walk. Adds to that double that she had earlier. She's having herself a day. I mean, double a walk and 7 Ks. Whew. It's a pretty good night so far.
The only player I did not have a chance to put in my lineup right now, Elizabeth Flores, fly ball, left field, camped under it is Fry, and makes the catch. So a couple more pitches after the initial thought was the third out. But the Vikings extend the lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Bulldogs softball on Adrian College TV.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Back inside the Sweeby Family Indoor Athletic Center here on the campus of Adrian College and the home of just about any sport out here, I guess, in the Sweeby. But you know what? Here's something I want to talk about is you know, the indoor athletic center here, the Dome, as it's well known, going to help a lot of sports. But arguably, here's my opinion, is that the sport, or maybe kind of two, kind of going one, that's going to help out the most is softball and baseball.
Yeah, being able to just have a time spent in here instead of their hitting facility that they have, which is a nice facility itself, but I mean, adding another indoor space, especially when you have that off season in the winter where, I mean, nobody wants to go out in the freezing cold. I know I wouldn't, and try to hit a softball or a baseball. Your hands basically will fall off. So having the opportunity of being in this type of environment in the Dome and having this much space is amazing.
Yeah, I just know, you know, I play baseball here for the Division III club team, and it has been absolutely amazing just to come in here, you know, several times a week and be able to throw longer than 60 feet, which you would normally get in the facility there. I mean, just to come in here and you can have live at-bats, you know, you can do some kind of scrimmages and, you know, really take infield like you weren't be able to normally do if this wasn't here.
Yeah, especially, well, I thought we were going to get another one. Especially as, like, you know, outfielders, you know, their throws aren't the 60 feet like you mentioned. They're going to be a lot longer unless you're hitting a cutoff man. But being able to have those reps and get those reps in, it really helps out. I mean, this facility helps out so many teams. I mean, we've had soccer matches, we've had a lot of lacrosse matches too here, and now we're getting a softball match, or a doubleheader, I should say, tonight. I mean, you can just see that this was needed for this amazing college, and I'm so happy that we have this facility.
Yeah, arguably I could call it the crowning jewel of Adrian College. I mean, literally it could be a jewel. Just you can see it from, you know, miles away on campus and across the city. I mean, it's just amazing to see it. And I mean, you could totally play a softball game in here. You could have a full game. The ground ball up the middle, fielded by Brinks, thrown on to first, and she is retired. Let's count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row.
Yeah, that time it wasn't a strikeout, so that strikeout streak is over. But Brink's still doing all the work. I mean, she's the one that grounded that ball and threw it over to first. But, I mean, another thing about this Dome is not a lot of D1 schools have this type of facility, too. And at Adrian College, a D3 school, getting the opportunity to practice in this type of facility, it brings more attraction to it as well. Like, if you're recruiting, you know, for any sport, you bring them to the Dome to showcase it. Hey.
Yeah, it's a huge recruiting tool as Alstead flies out to the shortstop who ranges back, makes a nice play. Alstead was the last Adrian College batter to reach base on a hit by pitch, stole second, and here comes Greer Simpson.
Yeah, Blanchard had to just take a couple steps back to catch that one over her shoulder. Nice play by her.
Simpson takes an off-speed up high. Bulldogs in the gold on white on gold uniforms. Gold jerseys, white pants, gold socks. And she takes another one up high. Glen Oaks in the white on green on white. So very, you know, symmetrical and I mean, I guess uniformity, right?
Yeah.
Softball has really good uniforms. When you add the high pants and the socks, I'd argue sometimes they look better than baseball ones.
You got the pinstripe for baseball are quite nice too, but you know, you always want to look good, you know, play good, and you do so. You got ball four.
Ball four inside on 4 straight there from Brinks. Just lost it a little bit. Now after retiring 10 straight, he gives up the walk to Simpson, and here comes the 5-hitter Robertson up to the plate.
It's good to see a dog on base. Haven't seen that in a while. Brings a little bit of life back into the squad too.
Pitch up and in 5 straight now for Hannah Brinks.
She was hot for a while, but as of late, I think she needs to find her ground again.
Well, we've seen in the last probably an inning and a half or so a pitcher warming up in the quote-unquote bullpen. There's 6 straight. Has to be number 7, I want to say. Yeah, number 7. Brooklyn Roots. He was 1-0 on the year with 5 appearances. So, yeah, one of the more prominent, especially bullpen pitchers here. And there's a live ball, and it's going to be off of the Dome. Caught, but can't catch it off the dome. Foul ball. And the first strike after 6 balls. 2-1 the count.
It'd be really interesting if you were able to catch one off the dome and have it still be in play.
Ball inside and 3-1. Brinks starting to fall apart here a little bit. I got to assume if Robertson gets on base, you might see a mound visit. Got 2 outs in the inning though, top of the 4th. Glen Oaks still leads it 2-0. All outside, ball forward. Runner goes. It doesn't matter. It was a walk anyway.
Another walk. And that's back-to-back walks. And there's the mound visit like you mentioned. See if it's going to be a pitcher change or not. I don't think so.
Just giving Brinks a little breather. He got 2 outs in the inning. And Anna Ignatowski due up. Struck out back at the 2nd. Strikeout victim number 3 for Brinks. So, this is this part of the lineup where Brinks has had success. I mean, ever since Simpson back in the 1st to end the 1st and then going into the 2nd and then through the 3rd, she had 7 straight strikeouts starting from Simpson going all the way through Grady. And then the ground out to herself, a pop out to the shortstop, and then now back-to-back walks here. And we're back to Ignatowski.
Make some contact here and get this into the outfield. It's going to be really interesting to see if he can get a run.
How aggressive is Coach Probleski going to be? Swinging on the first pitch, 0-1.
Yeah, especially with Caitlin being on that third base as the third base coach, signaling to Simpson what exactly she's going to do if this ball gets in the outfield.
Fly ball right over our heads, and it bounced over the perch here. Can't get that one, sorry. 2 strikes, top of the 4th. Runners on bottom of the 4th. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Brinks looking to put the cap on 4 shutout innings. All a little bit up high, and a big secondary lead there from Simpson out on 2nd.
I mean, she has a chance to steal, make the decision a lot easier if that ball gets in the outfield.
Yeah, with 2 outs, though, not necessarily want to steal third. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Hannah Brinks strikes her out, and we're through 4 innings. It's still 2-0 Glen Oaks Community College here at the Sweeby Indoor Athletic Center. You're watching Bulldog softball on ACTV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Don't miss Chase Matthew live at Adrian College on Saturday, March 21st at 7 p.m. for our spring concert. It's free for all Adrian College students, and tickets are available now at adriancollege.hometownticketing.com. That's March 21st, Chase Matthew at Adrian College. We're holding it down.
It's going to be a fun day. That spring concert's always one of the best days here on campus. Everybody goes into the blue gym and,
That's fun.
That's fun. It's the best way to put it, really. Yeah, Chase Matthew, I know. Taylor Holder's also opening, which, the girls, of course, they always talk about him from the TikTok era of his life.
Ground ball to short. It's Simpson on to first. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch here in the top of the 5th inning. It's still Elizabeth Grady out there on the bump. Or not on the bump. That's a baseball term. In the circle. That's what you call it, yeah? In the circle?
I think so. I mean, it's not necessarily a circle today. It's
it's
more like a bump. So I can see where you had that case, but we're going to get a for a change of a batter.
Yeah, due up was Cassie Holland, but we have a pinch hitter. 19, it looks like? Or maybe 18? I think the back of the helmet actually has the number on it. 19. Fly ball, right center field gets down. If it's 19, it's Gonser. And that one reaches the track. Hands go up. It is number 19, and Katie Gonser comes in and makes her presence known. First pitch off of the bench with an extra base hit into right center field. And the Vikings are looking to add on here in the 5th.
Yeah, that's her first double of the year, too. So coming on with a batting average of a 231, 5 games played, only 13 at bats, but she made use of that one for sure. So I think we're going to get another pinch hitter.
Yeah, would not be surprised at this point. This would be the 3rd time through the lineup.
Nah, it's normal. It's Lewis.
I don't know what was the coach doing over there, though.
I'm not sure.
It's still number 3, though. Yeah, Maddie Lewis. Lefty. Thought about slapping at it, but it's a ball outside. Gonser away from second. With 1 out in the top of the 5th inning, 2-0 Vikings. Ball up high again. 2-0. Bulldogs defending the bunt. The third baseman in Cutler is pretty easy to tell how far you are away from it now on a football field. 12 yards she's standing out right now, and as she creeps in, it'd be 11 yards. Which, for all you Americans out there, would be, well, no, yards is American, but 33 feet. That's what I'm trying to get at, okay? Relax there, Ackerman. It wasn't that funny, man.
I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty funny.
Strike on the outer half. 2-1 the count. So anyway, Cutler was in, and Simpson covering third, and you nearly saw Cordy running in from center to kind of cover second on potential back pick. Cutler still steps in, and she does bunt. Cutler to field, over to first, and they do a job well done. A sack bunt gets Gonser to third with 2 away here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's how you drew it up, though. I mean, it was a perfectly laid down bunt, not hard enough for Cutler to make a play to third on it, and instead she just had to elect to go to first, get the out that's given to you.
Smoked down the line, but foul. Yeah, I think that's exactly the play that both sides were looking for. You know, a bunt to get the runner over to third, and for Adrian College, just pick it up, throw him out. I mean, not that simple. You're down 2-0. It's not like that's the winning run or even a force out where you want to get a fly ball left center field. It's going to get down. Run will score, and it's past the makeshift wall. Hands go up, and an automatic double for number 13, Audrey Dugan, and that extends the Vikings' lead to 3-0.
So he finally figured out what exactly the ruling was going to be on those flags and, I mean, cones maybe you can call them. So now that we understand it's going to be a ground rule double no matter what happens, as long as that ball gets past the sticks.
Makes sense. Smoked on the line again. Foul. Nearly hitting the camera stand. You gotta remember, if it does hit it, take a look over here to my right where we can see it. I can see it shake.
Feel bad for got a fan on the left side. She got the first ball, and she wants to go get the second one, but
the left fielder beat it to it. Where's the ball boy down there? Come on.
I don't know if we're going to have one tonight. I think maybe we're going to get more of those foul balls towards us. I think that's when that's
what I wanted. Line drive caught by the second baseman in Evans, and the Bulldogs escape, only letting up the 1 run. 3-0 here. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning here on Adrian College Television.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Back inside the Sweeby Family Indoor Athletic Center, also known as the Dome on campus, we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Gotta turn my sheet over here so I can get back to the Bulldogs side. One thing that has still remained the same for me today is my little scorebook. Always comes in handy. Due up. Number 2. Where's number 2 on my roster? Yeah, I go over here.
It's Evans.
Yeah, Gianna Evans. I'm trying to get the first name. I got the last name, but I want to give her props for the first name, obviously. Gianna Evans steps in. Struck out back in the 2nd. Fly ball over, hit the dome. Watch your heads. As soon as it goes there and over the perch, it's going to back up a little bit because all of a sudden I'll look to see, and, you know what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're talking about. I think our viewers are going to be able to see that, though.
I don't know, can they? Not really.
You guys are going to just have to trust us here.
Why don't we get someone on this to take a picture of our setup here and then post it on the social media? How about that? No, you got to go outside to get the full effect.
Brink's still on the mound, by the way.
Ground ball third base past the glove, and Bulldogs get the leadoff runner on for the first time today in their first hit of the day.
Yeah, it took all the way to the bottom of the 5th, but it was much needed. Evans striking that ball extremely well, sped right past the third baseman for the Vikings. That's the first single, and a leadoff hit is exactly what the Dogs needed.
Well, I think this is exactly the part of the order you want coming up, too. We got Sarah Colzo, squares the bunt, gets it down the third base line, picked up by third baseman over to first, and they get the out. One down here in the 5th inning. Runner advances the 2nd on the sac bunt from Sarah Colzo.
I mean, we saw it in that top of that 5th inning of a sac bunt, and now we see it again in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's exactly what you want. Now you got a runner in scoring position. So you got 2 outs to work with to get that runner to home and get yourself back into this ball game.
And you get one of the better hitters up for Adrian College. Hayden Cutler slices one into the right field. They're going to slowly round third, not send her home. Kind of got a bad jump. Cutler singles to right field. Now runners on the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs threatening.
You mentioned it perfectly. Evans, unfortunately, just not able to get a proper jump off of that hit. She kind of took a second to look to make sure that ball was going to get down. And by the time she did that, there's no chance she was going to be able to make it home.
Grady bunts, and it goes foul. We're back to the top of the order. Elizabeth Grady is popped out and struck out in her first 2 at-bats. Now we're back to the top of the 5th.
Yeah, it's maybe a squeeze bunt is a move.
That is a play, but it's so tough, I think, at the softball level because you can't lead off. You can only go once. Technically, the rule is that once the ball leaves the circle, well, obviously you got no circle here, so essentially it's when it leaves the pitcher's hand, which is almost the same time as it leaves the circle anyway. I mean, you could do that, but you're down 3 runs. You kind of need to get a little more here.
She's showing bunt the last 2 times.
Squares again, pulls back, and the steal from Cutler gets her to 2nd. And now the Bulldogs 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out.
It's prime time for Grady to release one.
And I think Caitlin over there, Coach Proboleski, giving her the swing away sign. If you can get one in the outfield, you can score 2. Swings and can't hang on to it. And that one caught a piece of the catcher.
Yeah, Flores is a little bit shaken up after that one. I think it hit her right in the thigh. She was bent over in a little bit of pain. Yeah, she pointed to her right thigh, right inside of her thigh.
Yeah, that never feels good. Grady just tipped it as it was passing, by her bat, and then goes low, hits on the thigh. No protection there.
Yeah, it's hard to adjust to that one because you're expecting that ball to go right into your glove, and all of a sudden you're getting hit right in the thigh. It's definitely a little bit of a stinger.
Yeah, no way to defend yourself there. Just a tough play, and we'll move on. Ball just outside, and look here. Almost think you got to adjust that mound at this point. Because trying to look from home plate through the pitcher's mound to second base. I know I'm a little bit off-centered here, but it doesn't look like an exactly straight line. Ground ball to third, in and out of the glove. A run will score, and she'll reach first base cleanly. Bulldogs put one up on the board, and they're still threatening here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Runners on the corners again with one out.
It's unfortunate for the third baseman, just not able to corral that ball. And she kind of just bobbled it a couple of times, and by then, all runners were able to reach their bases that they wanted to get to. And big thing here, as you mentioned earlier, now they're adjusting it as slightly, but it's still off.
Yeah,
it's still slightly off.
I'm
so
looking right at the mound.
No, you're completely right on that point.
The middle line on the mound, it's kind of like a guideline, is looking straight at me, and it's in line with the, and a bunt inside. Third baseman fields a little miscommunication, throws on to first. Called her out, throw on to third, nearly had in a pickle, but a second run will score as that's Hayden Cutler comes in, and the Bulldogs only trail by one now.
That was good play by Cutler just to wait there. She was right in the middle of the base path, just sitting there right in between home and third, waiting for that throw to go to first, and Brinks waited for a couple of seconds and realized that, hey, I'm just going to try to get that out at first, and that's exactly what she did. But they still have a one-run lead.
Bang, bang play over at first. There's the exact squeeze that you were talking about, so it can be done. There's a bunt there, hits the runner home. Bulldogs trail by one, tying run on second in the form of Elizabeth Grady. Ball outside, and 2-0, I believe. Our scoreboard says 1-1. What do you got? What do you think?
I don't know. I wasn't. I was really
she took the first pitch. Oh.
Maybe it was called a strike.
Yeah, it might have been called. They got no scoreboard here. It's tough. Ball inside. Let's see if he says it. And it looks like he put up just one hand. So 3-0 the count. 3-0. Yep. Now we're confirming it. Bottom of the fifth, 2 outs, runner on second. Here's the pitch, squares the bunt, takes it for ball 4.
It's a good eye by Alstead just to wait basically on a pitch, and she never got it. I think we're going to get a pitching change.
I think you're exactly right. Brooklyn Root is going to come in off the bench. As the relief pitcher here for the Glen Oaks Community College Vikings. We'll step aside as she gets warmed up. Bulldogs threatening bottom of the fifth, 2 outs, runners on first and second with Greer Simpson due up right after this.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Friday the 13th. I'm surprised we haven't mentioned that yet. We got a whole nother game. Anyway, Bulldogs threatening bottom of the fifth inning.
A lot to talk about. A
lot going through my head here up in the perch. Big spot for the Bulldogs. Down 3-2. Greer Simpson up. Takes the ball low. The relief pitcher in for the Vikings is Brooklyn Root. One of the more prominent relief pitchers. 11 innings pitched, 11 hits given up. 13 hits given up, 13 runs, 11 of them earned. Ball low, it gets past the catcher, runners advance. And that is a huge play now because only one force out remains, and that's going to be at first base.
That's pretty huge, too, for Simpson. She's seen 2 balls that have been in the dirt so far in this at-bat.
Now a base hit could take the lead for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch down the middle, and easily called a strike there. 2-1 the count.
I think Simpson was told basically just to wait until Root gave her a strike, because after those first 2 being in the dirt, Root has to adjust, and that's exactly what she did.
Foul ball right above us. Lands in now. The count is 2-2 with 2 outs.
So it would be huge for Root to get out of a position that she almost put herself in after getting that passed ball.
2-2 the count. Ball outside, and it runs full. Bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs trail 3-2, and that is also the count. Here's Simpson. Up to bat. Takes high, ball 4, and they're loaded.
It's just good vision all the way through. And it's going to be Robertson with the chance now with the bases loaded to get her team possibly in the lead.
Courtney Robertson. Takes on the outer half for a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs trail 3-2. The pitch from Root, and it's a little high. 1-1.
Robertson did walk on her last at bat. She does it again and scores a run. So still pretty good.
1-1 from Root. Just above the letters there. Takes it for a ball. 2-1 the count. Robertson awaits the pitch. A high again, and it's 3-1. Nearly cut off first was Simpson. She thought it was ball 4, and if the Vikings were able to realize that, they would have got her out.
100%. She was probably more than halfway already to second, or the first base coach said, hey, come on back.
3-1. Called in for a strike, and we're full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs trail by 1. Looking to tie it up or take the lead. Courtney Robertson waits the pitch from Root. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. And the Bulldogs leave him stranded as Brooklyn Root comes in and shuts the door here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We go to the 6th. Vikings still lead it 3-2.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Ready to elevate your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Top of the 6th inning, and we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs. Can't get the number. Keelan Fry.
Yep. Moving from left to the mound. Interesting to see what the change is in left field then. See if Grady is moving there or possibly a different type of change too. Trying to find Grady out on the field, possibly.
She 9, right?
Yes.
Not in the outfield. I think she's at second base. That's her with the white mask there.
Yep. So we got a lot of changes here.
A couple defensive changes. You got Simpson out in left. We got Grady at second.
Evans moves to short.
Yeah, new shortstop Evans. Other than that, I think it pretty much stayed the same. Sawed off and foul ball, 0-1 the count. to the Vikings, number 17, Grace Blanchard, who has flied out to left and was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Now into the 6th. Top of the 6th. Vikings lead at 3-2, looking for some insurance runs. Foul ball again, and that one hit the light of the dome. I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Especially with all the lights that are here, too. I mean, that one was hit square on. I'm surprised the thing's still swinging around. It's going to be for probably the rest of this inning.
I'll take that. I'll take the over on that. Well, 2 strikes. Saw it off in the hands. Fly ball left field, and it's going to be a foul ball. As third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder were all crashing in on it.
Yeah, 3 people there, but not one can get to it. Fortunately, Color was probably the closest one to it, but it was just a little bit over her head and not able to reach it.
Still 0-2 the count. The Blanchard saws it off again, and a diving play from Cutler from third base to retire Blanchard. 1 out in the 6th.
It's putting your body on the line there because there's no way in the world with this turf that she's not going to get a turf burn on her arms. So she's looking at her elbow right now, but boy, oh boy, was that a great play by her. I mean, especially coming all the way from third base to get to that in time.
Yeah, especially after the last play took you into shallow left field. Just one of those in-betweeners where it was over the pitcher's head, kind of hard for her to adjust. Another foul ball hits the dome and onto the track. This one looks to be a new hitter, number 5, Maddie Hosbein. Batting 500 on the year in 6 games. Well, only in 6 at-bats, but still. Nothing to bat your eye at. She checks her swing, and she did go. Hosbein down 0-2. Fry in control. In the circle, throws it, struck her out swinging. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Very nice throw by Fry there. Just up high all the way through. And we'll get the strikeout, much needed.
Ball outside, and back in is Hannah Brinks. She was taken out on the mound, but she re-enters here in her batting spot in the order. Another ball just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. So the freshman from Hopkins, Michigan. Takes one just above the zone there. And 3-0 the count. You got to be thinking taken all the way here in a 1-run game at the top of the 6th. Strike right down the middle on the pulled back bunt attempt. I think you're going to be an action pitch here. I think we're going to get a good spot. Brinks did have a double back in the 3rd inning to right center field, and then she walked in the 4th. Chopper to short, coming on in, makes the play over to first, and the Bulldogs 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 6th. They go back to the dugout and bringing out the sticks again. Down 3-2 here on Adrian College TV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Back inside the dome, Bulldogs trail 3-2, bottom of the 6th inning. 6 outs left to go. Bulldogs got to get 1 run. They've threatened to in the last couple of innings. A lot more red on my score sheet in the last 2 innings than in the first 3.
Yeah, especially with having all the bases loaded that last inning. It was good en route to be able to get out of that jam. So I'm interested to see how she's going to react again with a fresh set of outs and no one on base, too.
We're back to Anna Ignatowski, 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Struck out back in the 4th to end the inning with 2 runners on base. Foul ball, I missed it.
Yeah, it was foul ball, a little bit on the right side and low. She was able just to get the top of her bat on it.
So Root delivers and outside again. 1-1 to count for the freshman. Ignatowski awaits the pitch from Brooklyn Root. Chopper to third, stabs it over to first, and 1 up and 1 down for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th.
It's a well-struck ball, but unfortunately just right down into the dirt. A good play. Third baseman in white being able to pick that one up as it was a little bit high for her, but able to get the glove on it and throw it over to first in time for the first out in the bottom of the 6th.
Brings up Evans. Gianna Evans takes ball 1 outside. Was that Evans that moved over to short there in the top half?
Yes, it was Evans. She was also the one that started that rally that we saw. That couple of singles. It's the first hit of the ball game for Dogs came from the bat of Evans.
That's right, and back in the 5th inning. Made a nice play there at the end of the top of the 6th. Over at short. It was Grady to move to second from the mound. Circle, I guess just to say, yeah. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed on a low pitch there from Root. 2 strikes on Evans.
That one was quite low. Evans just fishing for one, hoping for contact, unable to get it.
Up and away. And 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Bulldogs. Now shortstop. 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs still trail 3-2. Half swing, and it does a job into right center field. It could go for extra bases. Rounding first, and it gets to the track. It'll be an automatic double for Gianna Evans, who starts the spark again here, bottom of the 6th.
That one was more, she kind of swung on it just slightly a little bit late. That's why it went to that right side, but found the gap again. We've seen a couple of balls now finding that gap between center and right field, and every single time it's been that ground rule double. It's just been an interesting call because we're in the dome.
I tell you what, here is also something we haven't talked about. Is Kozel squares the bunt right back to the pitcher. Fields on, throws it to first, and she's out. Runner does advance to third on the sac bunt from Sarah Kozel. 2 away now in the bottom of the 6th.
It's huge now. Cutler having an opportunity to tie up this ball game with 1 hit.
Kozel's second sac bunt in a row. Brings up Cutler, who singled back in the 5th and came around to score. The second run of the game for the Bulldogs takes out low and away. I was going to say, now that we're playing in the dome for this game, what really has played a part is the turf. That base hit that we just had there from Evans was a half swing. If that's outside on grass, that is not a double. That's a single because it's going to reach the grass and absolutely die.
It's a good point.
And the outfielder's going to cut it off and get it to second. I mean, there's no way that's going to be at least an automatic double. I mean, she might stretch it to a double, but there's no way that it reaches the fence on grass. So that's also something to think about. Swing and a miss from Cutler. She's down 0-2.
I never thought about that. It's a great point to mention, too. Especially with the balls that are going straight into the dirt. It's got a lot of power in them. But since they hit the dirt, there's still some skip comparison to what we would normally see.
Swing and a miss from Cutler, and she goes down, straining the runner on third. Going to the final frame, top of the 7th. Glen Oaks Community College still leads it 3-2. Watching Bulldog softball on ACTV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Just a reminder, ACTV broadcasts are fully student-ran. On tonight's crew, it's a smaller one. Abby Reed is our director, Tyler Ackerman, and my name is Nathan Lindner in the booth. Our streaming coordinator is also in the perch with us, Josiah Durrell. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Adrian College Television.
Yeah, we got all four of us here up in the perch. There's not a lot of room up here.
I'm having a good time.
But I think us announcers have a lot more room in comparison to that right side. Seems a little bit tight over there. No. But be able to stretch out, enjoy some good old softball. This game's getting interesting too. I mean, you got a one-run lead here.
Game, yeah.
Yeah. Went into the last inning.
Yep. Top of the 7th. Vikings looking for some insurance runs. First up is number 22. Swung on, short, shallow fly ball, and makes the catch. Was the right fielder in Robertson. Is flying out for the first out of the inning was Elizabeth Flores.
Yeah, it's big for Robertson because that's the first ball that she's seen in tonight's contest, and she's able to track that one down easily and get to it with a nice grab.
And another thing we haven't talked about, maybe we get it into the second broadcast. Fly ball, that one just doesn't scrape the dome. Can she get there? She can't. It'll be a foul ball. Another thing is that the sight lines you're inside and you're against a white background, especially the gray as well. The white background can kind of throw you off. Usually you're used to looking at a kind of blue, foul ball and hits the dome again. A blue sky or gray clouds kind of thing, but with the white, it can be difficult, although I think softball a little easier. You have the yellowish green ball. It's easier to pick up, but, obviously we're not going to play a baseball game in here, but when we practice in here sometimes, it can be tough to see the ball, especially off the darker gray of the bottom of the dome. Drop third strike, and Kozel cleans it up. A really nice pitch there from Fry. And a little bit of a drop ball. I don't know, I'm not a softball pitcher. I don't know the terms.
It's a little curve in the dirt. It's the best way to put it.
An off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
Just say an off-speed
Yeah,
pitch.
off-speed. But I would agree with you, too. I think that's the first thing I mentioned to you when we got here is how the heck are they going to be able to see the ball? But especially with those balls getting popped up that high, it's hard to track.
Sawed off, pop up right field, and 3 up, 3 down go the Vikings. Last chance for the Bulldogs coming up. They trail by 1 run. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. You're watching Bulldog Softball on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
And we're back inside the Sweeby Indoor Athletic Center. I keep wanting to call it facility. I guess the facility is the hitting and pitching.
Yeah.
The softball and baseball and softball facility. Bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Bulldogs. They trail by 1 run. And they got the top of the order coming up. So, not much more you could ask for. It'll be Elizabeth Grady, who started the game on... I keep wanting to say on the mound, but I wanted to pause.
Circle.
In the circle, because I wanted to say on the, and then... Anyway. Leads off the bottom of the 7th. Takes ball 1 low. And then promptly adjusts his home plate as it moved.
Well, the ump says, that's not right, actually.
It's 3 inches off. It's up there. Stop trying to get an advantage. 1-0 the count. The pitch from Brooklyn Root. Low again. And 2-0. I had to think now at this point, just take it until you get a strike. See if they'll give you a free pass.
Yeah, Root's been a little bit of a struggle on those low pitches. We've seen a lot of those so far since she's been on the circle.
Off the end of the bat, fly ball coming in to make the plays. The shortstop. That was Grace Blanchard. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bulldogs down to 2 outs now.
Yeah, that's another pitch that the Dogs not able to get full contact on. We've seen a lot of just pop-ups so far in tonight's contests, and it's just been really just in the infield where they're able just to get to it in time.
Ball 1 low again to Caitlin Fry, the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. So back-to-back pitchers were in the lineup for the Bulldogs. First Grady and now Fry. Here's the Roots, 1-0, and it's just off the plate. Kind of was surprised at that one from Root. Threw her hand up a little bit in disbelief. The coach gives her reassurance. Gets back into the quote-unquote circle. Ball 3 inside, and she can't find it.
A little bit of a struggle. And again, it's those low pitches that she's just missing her mark just slightly.
The 3-0. And there's the automatic.
See if she's able to climb herself back into this count.
(3-1) to the Bulldogs. Now pitcher Caitlin Fry started in left field, and that one is ball forwarded, hit her. I don't know. Anyway, she gets first base.
It's good to get the tying run on base. Alstead coming back up. She walked in her last at bat too, so hoping that could see another softball dog get on the base.
Well, the 3-hitter for the Bulldogs. Who do you want up? Tying run on first, slaps it nearly over the third baseman's head, makes the play over to first, and 2 outs at a back pick over to second. Keeps her honest. Bulldogs now down to their final out with the tying run on second, with Greer Simpson stepping up to the plate.
It's a good play by Hosman on third. She creeped up thinking that there was a possible chance of a sack bunt, and instead it was a chopper that almost went over her head, so she had to backpedal slightly and reach out her arm to grab that one just in time.
Simpson takes the first one off the plate, 1-0. The starting shortstop now, she moved to left field, struck out in the first, walked and got to second in the fourth, and walked back in the fifth. So has yet to record a hit, but has been on base twice. Swung on, fouled off. Probably the hardest foul ball we've seen that hit the screens right behind the backstop there. 1-1. Pitch from Root. Fly ball, right field coming in and ranging back. Second baseman makes the catch. And that'll do it. Glen Oaks Community College takes game 1 of this doubleheader by a score of 3-2.
And overall, it's just a solid job by the Vikings. I mean, it really was just a couple of plays that they had, those couple of innings where they were able to start out with that 3-0 lead, and even the Bulldogs loved their effort to climb back into the game. It was unfortunate not to make that comeback all the way and lose the first one, but guess what? They got another one to go here tonight, and hoping that they can change the scoring of that one.
Yeah, that game coming up fairly soon. I'd like to get word, but stay tuned here. It'll be on the same YouTube channel. I'm going to guess a different stream. Yeah, a different stream. We're getting our different stream, so we have to exit the YouTube video. But, yeah, I mean, a quick 3-0 lead for the Vikings. Well, they actually went through the first 6 batters, 6 up, 6 down. A really kind of a pitcher's duel in the first 3 innings or so for both sides, and then just a couple of extra base hits here for the Vikings, put him on the board. He had a double from Brinks, who did a phenomenal job on the mound. A double from her in the third, came around to score. And Dugan also singled, came around to score in the fourth. And then the third run was from Gonser, who came off the bench. A pinch hit double, the first pitch she saw. and came around to score the third run in the 5th inning for the Bulldogs. Now, that was for the Vikings. Bulldogs scored both their runs in the 5th inning. At the bottom of the 5th, John Evans started things off with a single and came around to score thanks to the sac bunt from Sarah Kozel. Aiden Cutler, a single and the second run as well. So Bulldogs lose this one by a score of 3-2. Ackerman, you got anything else on the game?
I think what you can really see was the strength and power from the Vikings, especially that second inning. I'm pretty certain it was. They were belting the ball, but just in the case of this being kind of a different environment, those balls, instead of them being home runs, they were just actual flyouts instead. So it's really interesting to see that, and I'm really excited for the second game too because of how close that first game was. I mean, these teams saw each other in the fall, and one of them was a little bit of a blowout, and the other one was a little bit closer, and that's what we got in that first game. So I'm hoping for the second game, it's going to be another close one, another interesting one, but the Dogs hopefully can come out on top.
Should be exciting. We'll see you there. Well, that's going to do it here from the Sweeby Indoor Athletic Center. Final score, Glen Oaks Community College 3, Adrian College 2. From all of us here at ACTV, Tyler Ackerman, and I am Nathan Lindner. So long, everybody.